Everyone of the sign of Virgo. This is Zaida Velgara from Becoming I Am. I am here today to give you your message for December 2025. I hope you enjoy it. Like always, I'm going to start off with some oracle and some astrology and seeing how that astrology is going to affect you specifically. And then I continue with some tarot. All right, so starting off December 4th, there is a full moon in the sign of Gemini. This will bring a lot of intuitive hits. That's all they told me for you guys. So you might be experiencing them all the way from the 1st of this month all the way to about the 8th. So keep in mind anything that hits your mind, ideas, intuition, write them down so then you can keep them as a go-to for later. Let's find out how this is going to affect you. Look at that. I wanted one and we got three. The first thing we have is surrender, number 41. There's nothing more blissful than the act of letting go, of setting yourself free of all that doesn't serve you. So there is this energy where you're letting something go. The second thing that comes out is a stone circle, number 39. In ceremony, you conjure a devotion so deeply it reflects thy worship into yourself. And then the third one, it's ironic because you guys are the earth element and that's a stone circle. The third one is creation, number 6. It says, through the darkness I crossed and still I found myself in the presence of life. I feel like what they're telling me is that this first week of December for you, my Virgos, you're going to be going through a rebirth. So this feels like try not to resist it, to just let go, allow things to flow. But there is something that is coming full circle in your 3D reality. And when it comes full circle, you just have to allow things to unfold how they are supposed to unfold and not push it. Because things will birth and manifest the way they're supposed to. That's what I can tell you about that. Okay. The next thing that's really weird, but it's very direct with you, Virgo. I haven't been like that with all the other signs. The other signs I was very, very elaborate, but in yours it's just like straight into the point. I'm not really sure why, but we'll go with that. The next thing is December 10th. Neptune will go direct in Pisces. This is when you have imaginative play, is what they said. Like you're going to play a little bit and tinker a little bit with your imagination, probably spark new ideas. So let's see how this is going to be affecting you. Look at that. The first thing that comes out. This one's really popular, actually. It's self-ceremony. And this self-ceremony card says, create the vision you desire. See? Didn't I just say, I think I said creative imagination. I think. I'm not sure. Rewind it so you can remember. Create the vision you desire. Take action in and the plans that lead to fulfillment. So it's saying that not only are you going to get the idea, but they're telling you to start doing something to make it happen. And this is important for a Virgo, especially because Virgos has a tendency of like staying in idea island, kind of floating around there, being like, no, it's not perfect. No, I still need this. No, I need that before I can start. And what they're telling you is that as soon as that creativity starts flowing through you, start taking the first couple of actions, even if they're not perfect. Okay. And the third is December 20th. December 20th, there's a new moon in Sagittarius. This is like planting new seeds. So I want to see how that's going to affect you. Boom. This is interesting. Since we have this surrender and the creation and all that, this makes a lot of sense. Number 8, it says, what dreams may come from what you seek, make room, make way, a clearing need be. So again, it's saying to surrender something, to clear something out because something new wants to come in. This can be like a situation where you've been working really hard under what intention to create something in your life, to move forward in something, and they're telling you that it's time for you to just let it go, surrender it, let it flow how it's supposed to, and allow for something else to walk into your life. Okay. All right, and the last thing I want to look into is the 21st of December. This is when Capricorn season starts, and really, it's a really interesting Capricorn season. There are 4 squares on it. And it being 4 squares, I feel like one of the squares, one of the sides of the squares is this new thing that wants to enter your life, the one that we're talking about here, right? And because next year is the year number 1 of a 9-year cycle, where we're starting to create a new self for ourselves, right? The first 3 years can be about your mind, where you're getting those ideas, you're getting that creative brainstorming, and you're making that getting those blueprints set up. Second 3 years, now I'm giving you 3 3 3, but the reality, it is like it interplays between each other. It's not like specifically like that. The next year 3 years can be the 3 years of manifestation. So this is when you're taking action, creating habits and routines to make this thing take form. And then the following 3 years, it has to be with your spirituality. That's when you become that thing that you say you are, or that you've been trying to create. Okay. So, saying that, you have something you're letting go of and something you're creating. So, I have the archetype cards here. What personality type, let's say, what characteristics in yourself is dying, and which one is coming to life? Okay. What is dying? The first thing we have is network. It says the shadow aspect, because we're letting it go, it says conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So what I'm seeing is, you know, all those people with this conspiracy theories and all these people that are fear mongers and the world is going to end and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that I wasn't in that totem pole, because that's what it's supposed to be. And the world kind of really did end. There's a big shift. But that being said, um, this is actually not feeding into the fear and releasing that version of yourself, right? That when you spread information, this information will be for growth and not for death. But let's see what is awakening. So we have the saboteur. Look at that. Highlights your fears of self empowerment and the changes it would bring into your life. So, what I'm seeing here is that, do you know when we were talking about that whole fear mongering situation with this network? In the positive side, it says enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. I'm feeling like this whole 9-year cycle that we're just finishing, with this being year number 9, you went from living in fear into coming into this energy of empathy and awareness. And now you're going from, sabotaging and self-destructing into realizing why you're doing it, so that you can work with yourself to avoid sabotaging yourself. Okay. I want to see where this is going to be affecting you. This is a very interesting energy. Maybe that's why they're so straightforward with you. Like, they don't want you to have any room to misinterpret the message. I know this sounds crazy, but whatever. Number 7, to the sea. Look at that. She's kind of like sad in this little boat made out of paper, going in a new direction. I'm feeling like where you're going, you don't know, but you're allowing it to go with the flow. And I think that's the whole energy of surrender. Yes, that's strong there. All right, let's get some tarot to give you some additional information. This one's pretty quick. But like I said, I just think that your guides, Virgo, are kind of like, yeah, let's not put that much cream on that taco, because and then they're going to be all confused. And you just have to tell them exactly what it is, and don't let them don't give them too much room for interpretation is what I'm hearing. That's so crazy that your guys are like that. Anyway, so Two of Sticks, definitely invoke. Hearing invoking a new world. I don't know why I heard that, but like going towards a new direction in your life. I just want to point out that this ghost, he looks like he's saying, ooh, like, I'm not sure if I should go there, if I should. The next thing that comes out is the Page of Sticks in reverse. I don't really feel like you want to do it. I feel like you're kind of being forced into it. Yeah, you're resisting this. Four of coins. I'm feeling, and the Queen of Coins, I feel like you, whatever direction you're being pushed to go towards, you feel like, why do I have to move if right here I'm sure where I'm at, I feel sure and I feel secure. It might not be perfect, I might not like it, not every single day is comfortable, but at least I have a routine, and if I move in this new direction, I'm not going to have this routine. And you know, Virgos loves routine and plans. um Six of Sticks is telling you you're going to be victorious after you go. It's just having to go. Oh, look at, and you're going to be super happy, joy, joy with the Sun card, and another card flew out. And it's coming quick. You're not going to be able to resist this. So, in other words, what I'm saying is it's going to balance out your energy with the Six of Coins. In other words, what I'm saying is they really didn't want me to put a lot of cream in this taco because they don't want you to kind of be like second guessing yourself, because I think you've been second guessing yourself up to now. Like, there's a part of you that knows what's coming, and there's a part of you that's like, I don't like where I'm at right now, but at least where I'm at, I kind of know what's going on. And if I go somewhere else, I don't know what's going on, and that kind of freaks me out and makes me feel unstable and uneasy. Sometimes I think our worst sabotagers, and again, that's something that you're evolving out of, right? That you're getting out of this energy of sabotaging yourself, is realizing that sometimes the hangups and sometimes what people consider black magic, not saying it doesn't exist, because it totally does. I've had some experiences with that with clients and myself, but sometimes it's not black magic. Sometimes it's self-inflicted. And the reason you do it is because you're scared of failing, or you're scared of the change that's coming. So just keep that in mind. Don't self-sabotage yourself, even though I think that you're not going to get a choice. But the way the cards came out and the way that they were so direct, they're just kind of like, it is what it is. You're going to do it that way, even if you like it or not. And it's crazy to think that the universe has to be like that with us, but they do. They do sometimes take the rails and just push you because you're not willing to move, right? And you decide how long you want to torture yourself trying to resist. I hope you understand the message.